It feels way more fully formed than anything we've ever done. The mental place we're in now is so different, and I think we have so much more to offer. It feels like an evolution. It doesn't feel necessarily that it's so different. I just think it's a different point in the timeline. I feel like you did get really good at sort of coaching me emotionally. Anytime I would start to get in my head and my eyes would be burning because I would feel like I wanted to cry when we were recording vocal, just me doubting myself or whatever, Brad would just turn around and be like, "What are you doing? I've heard you do this a million times already. Like, you don't need to be feeling that kind of pressure. I know you can do it." That helped me a lot. I think the biggest thing for you always, every time we're writing, is overthinking and being so worried about it instead of just doing what you do.
Honestly, all of the songs except for maybe one or two went through
A lot
few different, very distinct versions.
of us trying to find our footing with it. I feel like there are a few songs that kind of were realization moments.
I guess Can't Help Myself was an early one that kind of broke it open. Every song had its like purpose and like learning something about what we were doing. SGL was like, okay, we can do this. And then MJ was like, whoa, we really can. And then Can't Help Myself was like, we can do way more than we thought we could. And then yours was like, whoa.
We can do everything we've ever wanted to do.
Yeah. And then Powder was like the moment where we realized that there were like no boundaries.
I felt very fearless with Powder. Also, I think Holy Water was kind of a moment for me. Just understanding how to write something really meaningful and really heavy in this format. Saved, obviously, is the more aggressive end of the core feeling of the album. I feel like that is the one moment of the album where I was angry. It is an emotional album. It covers the whole spectrum pretty much. Even if a song can sound upbeat, it doesn't mean that I wrote it from a positive place. I can write something lyrically from the place of hoping for something, but it doesn't mean that I'm writing all of these songs from the top of the world. I am looking at the world through a little bit of a different filter now. It's still me, and it's still very emotional. These songs are still self-deprecating in a way. These songs are still about depression and how I see myself, but also with hope mixed in there too.
I'm excited to keep playing shows because every time we play a show, I'm surprised.
There are people singing unreleased songs. That has never happened to us before. I have never been this excited about anything. Every time I listen to the album, I feel equally amped up. It's the first time where I'm listening to it and I'm not critiquing everything the whole time. This is the most positive I've felt about anything. I feel like we can do anything.